Bronx, Engine A1.
Engine A1.
Balgate 3063 Godwin Terrace. Timber 231.
Engine A1, 10-4.
46. Battalion 27.
Yeah, Battalion 27, that was 3063 Godwin, correct?
10-4.
277.
A1.
Can you give us that correction address again?
Well, we got 3063 Godwin Terrace.
Engine A1, 10-4.
1335 dispatch 3, so.
231 and Broadway is between Godwin and Broadway, so I don't know for sure.
Go with the 1075.
I'll give you the address in 1 second.
10-4, you got a height occupancy location?
West 231 Street, 1-story taxpayer.
10-4. 1075 transmitted for box 3735. Address 228 West 231 Street. Godwin Terrace, fire to taxpayer. 1075 transmitted for box 3735. Address 228 West 231 Street. The Godwin Terrace, fire to taxpayer.
All right, guys, this is the second alarm, almost on arrival. Got a fire in the taxpayer. They can't find any fire.
I want you to back out. Are you in the cellar or the first floor of the deli? We're in the first floor, guys. We're making our way out now. Let's regroup. Let's get outside. Let's open everything up. 4-6, 10-4. Alright, the report is that we have fire above the store that is to the side of you. Thank you, you guys. Where are you, Frankie? Let me know when you are outside with your members. And ladder 4-6, 10-4. 27 ladder 5-2. Ladder 5-2, okay. What is your location? Ladder 5-2 is Explosion 2 in Cold Cut City. Explosion 2.
Looks like the very heavy glow pushing from up there.
Explosion 2. Explosion 2 floating 4-stroke. We have heavy flames. Alright, 27 ladder 5-2. Are you to the 2 side in the barber shop? 10-4.
There's explosions going on.
Back out. Let's regroup at the sidewalk with the line. We're gonna get everything opened up. Ladder 5-2 is done. We have the barber shop opened up and we have heavy fire inside. The engine's going to make a push. On your way back out, I want you to get to the sidewalk. We're gonna go in with a line. Ladder 5-2, 10-4. Rescue. Close to rescue. Go ahead. Rescue. Charlie, we got that heavy movement delayed here up on the roof section. It's going to be blown against the roof. 10-4. We got visible fire in the barber shop. You need to move towards Broadway with some observation on. See what we got.
They got fire in the barber shop. I gotta find the barber shop. Let me see if the barber shop's on the other side.
Alright, line of 4-6.
Where's the barber shop? All right, I'm trying to find this barber shop. All right. They say the fire's in the barber shop. We're gonna look around. Very hectic right now until they find this fire. It's a very large amount of smoke.
Hey, Steve, charge that second line for us, please. 27 Alpha. All right, do we have a second tower ladder on the box? 10 boy, the division just asked for one. I just asked for a tower ladder. All right, 10-4. We got a clear spot in the front for a second tower ladder. 10-4.
No fire visible, but there's flames pushing from up there.
7-9 to Shelford. You got that? Charge that line? 10-4 cap, John Webster. Thank you.
I don't know how much this fire has spread, and the flames seem to be coming up and down. It's probably in the back somewhere. They're trying to open up all the stores possible. I'm probably going to do a third alarm on this. There's a heavy glow blowing from the top of the building right now. If you look on side, here comes the fire coming down, and they're trying to find the seat of the fire right now. They got 2 lines stretched, 2 lines in operation. It looks like electrical wires, and they...
Alright, Brian, did you get that rear door or side door to see if we have anything down below us? We're getting in there now, Chief. There's 3 full cars on the rear foot side. We're getting in there now. Alright, 10-4. So far we have fire showing in the barbershop with just two sides where you went entering to the
They got heavy fire rolling in the ceiling right now. They're going to get some water on it shortly.
I want to know if there's anything burning below. Fire sector to command. Command, go. Command, Battalion 19, I'm up on the roof. The building is 60 feet deep. We got a good hole 30 feet back over the barber shop. Heavy fire coming out the whole thing.
Heavy fire coming up through the roof right now. Yeah, 2 lines stretched, 2 lines in operation right now that we know of.
Keep coming in, Dave. I'm going to have 7-9 open up their line on the other side of you in the same barber shop. Command to Battalion 19 on the roof. I got 2 hand lines going into the barber shop now. They just put the water in from the front here. 927-46.
I gotta get on a roof somewhere.
Yeah, Brian, are you in the deli or are you out of the deli now? We're out of the deli, unable to get into the basement.
There goes your fire.
Give me another
Heavy fire.
Stay out of the deli. I want to take the glass in the deli. I want all the glass off. All right, 10-4.
They gotta open up. This is a very large lot of stores. If this gets out of hand, more than what it's doing right now, it's gonna be devastating. You got A deli on the corner, the Bunny Deli. This is inside the barber shop.
Just to confirm, you are out of the deli now. We're going to take the glass in the front of the deli. Yeah, 10-4. We're not in the deli. We are not in the deli right now. 10-4. Thank you. Come in. Fire sector, roof sector to command. Command, go. Difficult roof. It's 5 inches of insulation. I got fire about 30 feet up over the roof. I'm going to give these guys to operate another minute or two, then I'm taking everyone off. All right, thanks a lot.
All right, guys, they opened up everything here. They got 2 lines stretched, 2 lines in operation. I'm going to poke up.
We're going to regroup after that.
I'm going to poke around and see if there's a roof somewhere. Let me go check out this alley over there. Yeah, there's heavy fire in this building. Look at the smoke pushing from back here. Look at that.
Alright, 10-4. 43 chauffeur, if I pull up, you back up into the spot so I can get around you? Alright, command, you out of 4-6. Make your way back out to the front. We're going to regroup. Out of 4-6. Command, 219. I think you guys should evacuate the roof now.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go on the roof, see if I can get some footage. Okay, guys.
Visible fire. All towards the rear, all on the catwalk. Alright, 10-4. Yeah, that's all we needed to know. We're not really we got some knockdown in the front, but it's still burning well behind us. We're going to go to the tower ladders.
Okay, there's nothing to see from up here. The wind is blowing this way. I'm going to go see if I can see from the other angle. They're going to go to tower ladders right now.
We're sure for the 7-5. Let me know when you have enough.
If I can't see nothing here, I have to go back down.
Quality command. We'll take control. We're good. M-boy. Quality 2-7. 2-7, go.
All right, I went to the roof and you saw. But in the meantime, they're putting water on it, so I may have missed a little bit. They're bringing in the tower ladder right now, so still got heavy smoke pushing. I don't see any visible flame, but like I said, they got water on it.
4-3 to 4-8 show, can start water.
And it looks like the barbershop was the main fire. You get any fire? Okay, they got fire in the seafood market, I was told. I'm gonna go around to the seafood market to see if I can see anything.
We're gonna need you in the front for to move your bucket. Step off. Out of 4-6 to battalion 2-7. 7 go. Chief, we came back to that 3-4 corner entranceway to the basement. I now have visible fire in the basement. Visible fire in the basement, and it's a kitchen to this building. Alright, 10-4, Brian. So that's front basement through the Cosmore. Let's withdraw, let's regroup. We're going to open up the tower ladders. Alright? Account for your members and check in with the command post.
Alright, they got fire in the meat market and they got fire a few of the basements.
withdraw that line. But you can hit what's there right now, what's burning in front of you, and then I want you to back out. We're going to go to the tower ladder. There you go. You repeat. Yes, that's four. Withdraw from your occupancy.
I'm trying to film what I can and listen to the radio.
Rescue the rescue roof. Rescue roof, we're off the roof now. I'm going to help out Joey. How far towards Broadway did you get with any holes or observation holes? Please got to the barber shop. Hold about 25, 50 feet long.
All right, they're gonna have to go to, they said they're gonna go to tower ladders.
One line to command. Everyone is off the roof. Alright, let's back everybody out. Let's supply the tower ladder. Everyone start to move those lines out of the occupancies. Engine 7 man to command. Command, go.
They're removing everybody from the building. They're gonna go to tower ladder operations. So we got 3 businesses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 businesses.
We're going to supply power lines. Back out the stores with the trucks back out. Engines down and prepare for a roll call.
They're gonna remove everybody and they're gonna do a roll call.
Command engine 1.
All right, heavy smoke still pushing. A lot of it is light in nature, but in my opinion, all these years going to fires, there's a lot of fire load in there.
You are in that sequence marker with the line? Back yourself out, account the amendments, and report it to the command box.
These stores go all the way down to the corner.
Last control for the battalion 19. You off the roof? Everybody's off the roof. Completely everyone off the roof. Alright, I'm moving my aerial.
Holy
Command to
shit!
ladder 3-3. Alright, you have somebody supplying you at this time? Affirmative.
I don't think it's spread, but I see the glow right above that gate up there. There's a heavy glow.
Not my chauffeur. Install water for the tower ladder for you.
All right, they already got water connected to the tower ladder.
Water, Brian, hold on.
I don't know what tower ladder they got going.
Command ladder 4-6 chauffeur. 4-6 chauffeur. Alright, you available to operate the bucket. Careful. Ladder 4-6 to 4-6 bucket.
See the glow?
Any extension? We're just getting in now.
I'm staying out of the smoke.
Chief, I got 5-9 truck in the Florida. Just finding what we think might be a break in the taxpayer. Number 5-6. We're going to try and pull the seals and see if it got past that. Alright, 10-4. 4-6 to 4-6 bucket. Russ, let me know when you're ready. Alright, 4-6 bucket, 10-4.
You got no water? You got.
Handle all units, back off the sidewalk, make room for the tower ladder. Back off the sidewalk, into the street. Man, the 4-6 bucket, let me know if you're able to get down to the sidewalk. Ladder 4-6 bucket, 10-4. Chief, right now we have a heavy hole, a heavy fire, center of the building above the nail salon. Yeah, 10-4. If we can get the bucket to the sidewalk at some point, I can drive it up in if we can. 4-6 bucket, 10-4. 4-6 to 4-6 bucket. Let's do it to the right of that white car. The right of that white car. Let's see if we can get it on street level and get him up to the field with it. Command, line of 5-2. Line 5-2, K. All your members accounted for.
Yeah, but it's pushing that way. That whole side is all lit up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. All right, guys, this fire is pushing. Hey, brother, how are you? All right, they got heavy fire pushing.
3-3 Chauffeur. 3-3 Chauffeur. If you can get it, an angle from the sidewalk would be better. Chauffeur to 5-6. 5-6, go ahead. Where are you operating, Will? They just put us into Florida. It's the first store in the adjoining tax. Line 4-6 to engine 4-8 chauffeur. Line 4-6 to 4-8 chauffeur. 4-8 chauffeur.
Heavy fire throughout.
4-8 chauffeur. Give me 4 to 46 bucks.
Remember when I first went down that way, I told you there was gonna be fire blowing out there? There it is.
Command of Battalion 19. 19. Right, did you get a look at exposure 3 and see if we have a bomb over there at all? I just did. All right,
How are you, brother?
We got an H right behind the taxpayer, and with some heavy smoke exposing it. I got 27 trucks in there doing a search right now. Other than some smoke, there's no real extension active this time. All right, well, let me know if we need a line back there or anything. 10-4. Battalion 17 at command.
I may try another roof. Let me see if this fire drops.
We're on 2, working our way up. Battalion 1 resource going in, prepare for a roll call. Battle 5-2 to 5-2 roof, make your way over by the 4-1 truck. Grab the OB. Resource engine 81.
All right, guys, I may try another roof. I think I'm gonna try another roof. They got heavy fire blowing.
Hey, watch command, all members accounted for.
Let me try another roof.
Resource engine 5-2.
Okay, guys.
Forward another 10 feet.
I came up to another roof. They're getting good water on the fire, but they got heavy fire blowing in there.
That's 10 feet and to the left, 5 feet. 5 feet, got that. Battalion 1A resource to rescue 3. Rescue 3, all members of town and 4 out of the building. Resource to squad 6-1.
They're doing a roll call.
952 at squad 6-1, everybody's counting. On your frequency response. Resource 10-4. 10-4. On the Bronx frequency, 0415, dispatch, please, Command to Battalion 1B. Battalion 1-3, Jack.
I don't know how many lines they got stretched,
How did they get out?
but it's a lot.
We're in the floor. We have no fire extension in the basement or the first floor. We're just about to get to a hole in the carport from below here. I'll get back to you in a second. Do you have a line with you?
They're getting good water on it, but it's spreading rapidly.
You're on the car, 33. We can the engine a couple inches, and if you can extend him so he can go down a little bit. Alright, now down. Stop. Extend. Resource to engine 4-8.
7 of progress reported to. Notifiers to command, duration 47 minutes.
47 minutes in, we got here. I think in 12 minutes we were downtown, and we got here rather quickly, as you saw.
This time we're conducting a roll call.
Alright. I moved over to the side.
7, me and my head are in explosion 3.
Car 22 Charlie.
Car 22 Charlie responding to Command Battalion Chief, Command has been established. Make sure someone's monitoring channel 2.
Alright, the tower ladder, the call for the tower ladder to go into operation was super fantastic. They're knocking down good pockets of fire, but they still have a heavy load of fire in there towards the center and moving towards the back.
8-8 chauffeur to 8-1 chauffeur. 8-1 chauffeur. Can you come back to your rig?
You have nothing.
10-4.
It's pushing all the way to the back. They're gonna need a tower ladder here, right here in front of us. Possibly, if it continues spreading like that, it's going backward.
5-0 to 4-8. 4-8, all the way down. That's one. Ladder 4-6 to 4-6 bucket.
You see this fire
Ladder
pushing.
4-6 bucket to ladder 4-6. Well, we're still knocking down fire, but we have fire rolling out of the opening in the center of the roof.
Yeah.
Exposure 2 building from the corner building. Building 1 over to the left. Alright, 10-4, boss, do me a favor. Let's just work on the hair salon and the corner building itself. We got 33 trucks to the left easy, alright? Ladder 4-6 bucket, 10-4. Command ladder 4-6 bucket. Ladder 4-6 bucket. Alright, let me know if you... I want to bring you back down to the sidewalk and drive it up into the cockbox. If you can get your bucket down, like right where between the deli and the hair salon there, and we can just move the nozzle back and forth to Joe's garage in the season.
Alright,
Ladder 4-6 bucket, 10-4.
he's gonna bring this tower ladder down to the ground level. It was operating there before. They're gonna try to push the fire inward into the cockloaf area, and to try to get a handle on it. Right now there's heavy smoke pushing again from that corner, heavy fire from the roof area here. Once he stops putting water on the fire, this fire is going to intensify.
Rescue the cab.
He's on his way down with the tower ladder.
Going into the flies, exposure 2.
Anyway, we were up in the Bronx for about a couple hours. Then we headed downtown. And no sooner than we got downtown to, I think, 96 feet or past that, this came in and we just
Battalion 172.
hauled ass right back up
There
here.
you go. Yeah, in exposure 3 with 27 trucks. A couple of these apartments got pretty good smoke conditions. We're going to work our way up and take all these doors that are being exposed. Alright, 10-4, who do you have operating with you? 27 truck right now. 10-4, let me know if you need any resources.
Alright, they transmitted a third alarm for this fire just now. So the chief asked for that tower ladder to go down and see if he could push the fire inward into the cockloft. Once the smoke dissipates, you'll see the heavy fire blowing. It's getting more and more intense as it spreads. It's starting to spread back here, which is when I originally came down and you saw that smoke pushing. I said there's a lot of fire in there. It's starting to spread into the back of the stores now. I'm gonna stay up here because downstairs, all visible fire is knocked down there, but they're pushing it in. There's a lot of action going on down there. Good operational stuff, but I'm gonna stay here with the fire for you guys. Alright, the smoke is pushing in the way, so we'll see if it goes further too. Look at the chunky black smoke pushing too. That's an indication of heavy fire. I gotta watch it because I don't like these ledges. These are called taxpayers. People always ask what a taxpayer is. I'm going to try to explain it. Is a whole bunch of businesses under the same common roof, and all the stores are connected. Some of them have firewalls, some of them don't. This particular taxpayer goes from this block all the way to the other side. But I think there's a firewall, and they were able to, it's going to be able to stop it. We'll see. But these stores right now here are done. All right, there's fire licking on that back wall, like I said. It's gonna run all the way to the back of it. And that's the roof that I originally went on, but there was too much smoke. Look at this, look at the fire popping out the back now. Heavy fire, guys, throughout. Look at back there. It has nowhere to go. Luckily, that apartment building
Command to the safety battalion.
doesn't have any windows back there.
The safety battalion. Can you report to the command post for a second? Certainly.
Terrible when people's businesses go up in flames like this, especially
Kevin, stay to the right of the rig.
around the holiday season. And they lose everything. Very, very sad indeed. I'm reading the smoke here. There's a lot of black and chunky gray smoke pushing. So there's a heavy fire load inside there. Probably it's gonna go to the back before it's all said and done. They have a line back there, but I don't think they can operate in that little foyer back there. It's very tight and not high enough.
7 to the nozzle. Nozzle. Yeah, do you have enough lines?
Plus it's very
Oh,
cold.
we have enough. All right.
I don't know how many lines they got.
Command
Stretched.
to the 17 down.
I think they only got one tower ladder, 2 tower ladders operating.
Can we put a tower ladder in this, in the rear, in the space between the taxpayer and the MD? Is it big enough?
Yeah, that's what I said before, right here.
I'm in the building, but there was a couple aerial ladders in front of this building.
Those are the aerials.
All right, you're going to be the rear sector from now on, all right? 17 the rear sector.
But I thought it would be a good idea to put a tower ladder there too. To hit a lot of fire, they would have to move the aerials.
Command to ladder 3 bucket. Ladder 3 bucket. All right, do you have any angles to operate into that occupancy to the true side of you, the beat market?
So fire's moving that way too. The other way.
Yes, because... Alright, let's give that a shot.
So they transmitted the third alarm.
That's all. We're just knocking down a little fire here first. Move over to
It
the second.
wouldn't surprise me if they transmit a fourth, even for relief purposes only. There's a lot of fire right now here. I think it's like 4:30. What time is it? 4:30. All right, 4:28, 4:28. There you have your fire manifesting itself. It has nowhere to go but back.
Alright, Jay, open it up.
There's collapse of the roof is already continuing to escalate. You can't see it, but in here in the center, there's got to be a lot of fire blowing from here all over to the back to that wall of that MD.
Engine 7-2 to ladder 4-1. Ladder 4-1. Yeah, we're ready to supply you if you want to ask the command post. 4-1, sub 4.
Sorry for the hectic video in the beginning, but couldn't tell which way to go, and the smoke started to get very choking, so I got away from that for a little while. Look over here, the fire's in the air conditioning unit and the vent back there, and it's spreading this way now towards this side of the street. Look at that.
All right, we're going to have 88 engine operator, multi-commercial to the last occupancy there. On the side.
I had to climb 6 stories over there and 6 stories here, and my age is catching up with me. But I did it, and I'll do it again. The command post is down there in the center of your screen. Now you have heavy fire pushing in the back here. Some more collapse occurring right here in the center. It's burning right through there. Hold on, I gotta make a call.
Resource to commit. Right. We have a third tower ladder on the
Get some of that.
We have the special call on. I have 41 trucks setting up behind 33. They're in the process of setting up. If you want another one, we'll have the special call. Negative. I just might reposition somebody in a minute. Alright, you got 41 being fed by 81. They're available. They put the bucket up now. Command to the 27. I'm going to get another tower ladder with the exposure plus side. I'm going to request one now.
10-8 in Fourth Division for the first response review, okay? What I set for.
These fires, they could get very, very dicey very, very quickly, as you saw. All right, they're getting tower ladders up, more tower ladders. They're gonna specially request one. I think one of them is spraying already into the center of your screen here.
81 chauffeur to 75. Here comes your water.
Oh, what's this stuff?
75, 10-4.
I can't tell if they got water going in there right now.
Bill Southgate.
So two tower ladders having them come in on the explosion force side, Goodwin Terrace.
10-4.
That's the tower ladder I told you they were requesting. They're knocking down some good pockets of fire now in the center there.
Lock the field. Bill, copy your additional tower ladders of ladder 164 and ladder 14.
132 to the Bronx.
132.
Box V2 is 1084, box V735, 31.
10-4.
Oops, sorry about that. The wind's starting to push again. I gotta watch it on these roofs. These roofs are shady, like I told you guys the other day.
164. Lost the ladder 164. Ladder 164. 164, responding to box 3735. 10-4. 10-4. Responding to the explosion foresight. So, Godwin.
You can't see, but there's still a lot of fire in the center.
10-4.
Command to resource. Resource. Yeah, for that additional tower ladder, they could come east on 231. We're just moving 56 off the corner now, and we can get the corner. 231 in Godwin. All right, 10-4. I'll have them set the dispatcher up.
Oh, something just puffed over there. Like a mini release of some kind. Yeah, just licking in there, licking big time. Hold on, fuel con.
Give me one tower ladder open, 231
This is the original corner. I told you the fire would pop out. There it is.
Ladder 164 responding there. Well, would you like ladder 140 respond to?
Now it's
on the floor side. We need
licking the side of the multiple dwelling, which is not good.
10-4. Ladder 164.
Command to battalion 1-3.
You're going to respond to this 344.
1-3. What's your progress there?
344.
Chief, they're working on the multiversal for the last occupancy. They're just looking for a water supply. Still no extension into the floor. Thank you.
10-4. That's where you're going to respond to the fourth side of the building.
That's Mike. That's up.
All right, they're pushing the fire further and further back here. Also, they've requested several tower ladders, and they're hitting it with one tower ladder. I can't see which one it is. They're getting a multi-versal operational. I gotta move back over here.
Engine 79 to command. Battalion 1-3 to command. Command, go. We got the multiverse in operation on the cleaners, which is the last building. Thank you.
There's some popping going on down there.
Engine 79 to command. Multiversal's in operation in the deli. Alright, command 10-4. I have a tower ladder coming. They're going to wind up replacing you in that corner eventually. 10-4.
Alright, they requested one or two more tower ladders. They're going to replace one in that corner, I believe, or maybe this ladder here. I'm not really sure. I don't know if there's any fire visible coming out the front. If there is, Skyler Fire is probably getting it down there. I chose my roof angles. I feel a little bit more comfortable. It's more safe. I'm out of the smoke. The smoke is blowing all over the place, but not here, not yet. Look at it. By the way, it was Skyler Fire's birthday last night, and
Command to battalion 1-7.
he was huffing and puffing.
Are we looking in the rear?
He was huffing and
Right
puffing
now it's just the opponents that had issues.
that there was no action, so be careful what you ask for.
Alright, do you need any additional resources? Negative, I think we're good with 27. Alright, 10-4. Right now on the drone, it looks like there's a lot of fire toward the rear of the Taxpayer, and I'm not sure where it reaches.
No, you can't reach it because it's the tower ladder that's spraying is way on the other side. And then this tower ladder is down here.
I got a tower ladder that's going to come in on Godwin. Off of 230. And they're going to take that position in the 3-4 corner just in case. Alright, 10-4. We got to move a couple aerials that are over here then.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
10-4. We're going to start working on that now. We're going to start moving.
Okay, so they're gonna get the tower ladder here, like I said 20 minutes ago. And they're gonna move the aerials.
Yeah, let's say 36 and 52. I got 52 chauffeur heading over now. 36 as well.
You'll see a lot more fire before they get the tower ladder up here. And if the smoke moves away, look at it, it's roaring in there, roaring. Wowee! It's venting through the back, some door or something back there. The members had to close that gate. That gate was open before. It's looking very close to the multiple dwellings.
17 and ladder 27. Ladder 27. Let's get into his apartments on 2 again. Looks like we got fire in that 3-4 corner that's vented pretty good up that way.
Yeah, they better be careful with
Okay,
that.
10-4.
They're moving the aerials now, and the tower ladder should be coming up. They're probably going to supply it very, very quickly.
4-3 to engine 79 chauffeur. Chauffeur. Charge that line? 10-4. Man, engine 4-3. Command to engine 4-3.
Not getting close to the windows. But
Hey Mike, I need your exposure 4 rear. 10-4. Amy, where are you? In the alley. Alright, 10-4.
very, very stinky stuff.
Rescue was 561.
All right, they're hitting it.
6-1. Yeah, come meet me on the 3-4 corners was the rear.
They're hitting it from the alleyway down there. And they're getting good water on it. Even though the tower ladder's way on the other side. But now the smoke is traveling this way. Look at it. Heavy, gray, chunky smoke. All right, guys, I had to take a little break, but there's serious fire pushing from all over the place over here. It keeps venting back here. I found a little area to sit on here, so I'm gonna sit down for a while and just watch it.
Resource engine 46. Engine 46. Come to the command post.
I think they got the aerials out of there. They're starting to move them so they can bring the tower ladder in and they can hit all the fire. I think the fire's pushing this way through the whole structure. I can't express to you guys how cold it is, and I know you guys tell me to have my gloves, but I don't have them, and I'm taking little breaks. So far I'm okay.
Hey, Romans, we're good. Command to the 1-7 battalion. Section 1-7. Minus 2-8, engine 46 to go into the rear. 46 is coming with the 2.5-inch line that could possibly operate into the rear of the taxpayer. Alright, 10-4, 75 is back here with an inch and 3/4, and these aerials are making their way out of the way. Alright, 10-4.
They're taking that gate down. I think the main body of fire is all the way back here now.
Command agent 4-6. 4-6. There is a 2.5-inch line just standing by, so we're going to use that 2.5-inch line. I'll report back to the command post. Sorry about that. No problem, Chief. On our way back. Ladder 4-6. A ladder 4-6 function. Run. I want to report to command of what the roof looks like on that fourth side. Ladder 4-6 buckets, command. Command 4-6 bucket, go. Ladder 4-6 bucket, command. Chief, you have a heavy fire venting through the roof still. Center of the building, 20 feet back in front from the barber shop. Going to the center of the deli and all the way to the rear.
That's them right
All
there.
right, 10-4. Knock down what you can.
Reporting.
Ladder 4-6 bucket, 10-4. Alright, 10-4. They have instructions to come in off 230 on Godwin. Alright, 10-4. And we got a 62 engine over here too that we can use for files. Can you repeat that last one? You have 62 engine what? Thank you. Resource engine 4-6. 4-6. Chris, stay over on Godwin Terrace. When that first tower ladder gets here, you're going to supply them, work on a water supply for that tower ladder going to the 1-7 battalion. 4-6, 10-4, Chief. Ladder 4-6 buckets, command.
Here comes the tower ladder. You can see it all the way in the distance in the smoke.
Command, go. 4-6 buckets, Ladder 4-6 buckets, command. Chief, be advised, you have a lot of heavy equipment, HVAC systems, supported in the rear.
That's right here.
10 feet off the rear. Sagging because of the roof. All units in the rear need to be advised as it looks like the roof is starting to sag.
Sag.
Alright, command 10-4.
Some of it is missing already.
1-5. What's that? Do we have anybody operating in that alleyway in the rear? Yeah, from the distance, they're just pitching it down the alleyway. They get 2.5 about to open up shortly. Sagging equipment, you know, just the event that 3-side wall goes. Nobody in that alley. Yeah, 10-4, they're right outside.
That's right
Street
here.
wide open for everyone coming in, and you get 62 engines to supply. From 230 is the best
That
way.
air conditioning and all that's going to collapse inward.
Ladder 1-4 to battalion, 1-5. 1-5. We're waiting for 36 truck to back out, coming up Goodman Terrace.
Yeah.
10-4, thank you.
He's talking about here. The truck is taking out, or taking off, moving it,
Engine 88, engine 52 chauffeur.
and the tower ladder will be here shortly.
Engine 52 chauffeur. Yeah, can you shut them down on the multiverse so we're just going to reposition?
We just got a call for 229 and call for this close to the area. Yeah, 10-4, with 10-84.
Ladder 27 of battalion 1-7. Command to battalion 1-3.
The drone's bouncing around.
Battalion 1-7 to engine 6-2. Engine 6-2. You're still up the block, right? Waiting for that tower ladder to come in? 6-2, 10-4. Alright, 10-4. We're gonna need you to supply them when they're in position. 10-4.
All right, when they knock down this heavy pocket of fire here with the tower ladder and all that, I'm gonna go down and get some operations, a little bit of them.
Five chauffeur to engine 4-2. How's that pressure?
Terrible situation going on here.
Command's a lot of 4-6 bucket. About a 4-6 bucket. Alright, does it look like that hole, the original vent, as it burned through a larger area? About a 4-6 bucket. Man, King 10-4, the hole is definitely increasing in size. It's going all the way to the rear parapet and about 15 feet off of the fore side. Alright, 10-4. Diamond 1-3 to command, okay? Command, go. 56 truck is going to enter the cleaners, the last building, to try and pull those ceilings to get a better penetration for the street. Alright, 10-4. So you are operating with engine 8-8, ladder 5-6
All right, now you can see the tower ladders. They got two tower ladders operating right now. One over there, one here. And
Alright, there may be one over there by you. You can just check out your resources and let me know. I have 75 engine down here. If we need a line, they have a line.
Anyway, you see the difference between when we got here and how quickly this fire moved through this entire structure, all of these stores. From when we got here, I think it started in the barber shop, probably in the back. A lot of chemicals and a lot of stuff in barber shops and nail salons and so on and so forth. And it didn't take long for it to spread. It spread very, very quickly. Right now it's in this corner. Most of the roof has collapsed in.
Yeah, do you guys want both tower ladders here? We got 14 in. We're going to bring 62 to hook them up unless you want a 164 in here as well. Yeah, 10-4. I believe one is going to go further to the rear. The other one's going to stay on the four corner in the front. Yeah, 10-4. 14 is going to be on the 1-4 corner, the pulling forward, and then 62 is coming in to supply. 10-4.
They're trying to get the tower ladders in and operational as quick as possible. I haven't talked about this much, but there's a lot of fire in there. They're still pushing some of it right here. There's a lot of fire in here still. You can see it flaming through.
Right now.
So far nothing's collapsed in that corner, but expect it to collapse soon as
Go for the squad though. Say that again. There we go.
pockets of fire back there now. Can't really tell. Let me see if the tower ladder is in. There it comes. There's the tower ladder that's gonna operate back here and knock down all this fire, whatever's left. Let me move around. It's very dark on these roofs, so.
Field count, okay?
Field count.
Probably start along about 3735 to the adjacent 28 West 31 Street. There's fire in the stores. While Floor Boy, Brennan reports 3 tower ladders in operation. Both stores are in operation. Interior.
Progress report is very low.
Still have heavy fire in multiple stores and we are down.
Heavy fire in multiple stores, and there will continue to be doubtful.
0456 hours. Notified engine command duration 1 hour 26 minutes.
An hour and 26 minutes we've been here, folks. Well, we got here 20 minutes in. There's the tower ladder. That tower ladder is going to get supplied by engine 62, I believe. They're going to start pulling a line from there as well. They're already connecting to the hydrant in the front with the yellow line. Terrible loss to the community as well. They have a lot of fires still inside here. And you can't see, but back there, there's starting to be heavy flames popping up. They're setting up the tower ladder now. They got to connect it. These firefighters here are holding the fire.
62. Right now you're going to fly 164. 60 and 10-4 in the process, okay?
Okay, that's what I just said. 62 is going to supply tower ladder 164.
17 and 19, bro. You got someone else supplying 14 because he said he's only getting 30 pounds at this hydrant. Yeah, I'm in the process now.
Radios are very choppy right now. I gotta move around my fingers. And guess what? Water on the feet, early on. All right, there's not too much more where this fire can go from right here. It's burning the ceiling, it looks like, and content. However, whatever's on the other side, I can't see. So I don't know what's over there. Over here, back there.
Battalion 19, engine 64.
I'm gonna walk around a little bit to the other side here. I gotta be careful because there's no lighting or nothing up here, so. I don't know of any fire. Let me make a call.
Battalion 13, command. I got 75 operating in the meat market. They're hitting visible fires. The ceilings are all open. I got 56 in the dry cleaners opening up right now to see if there's any fire in there. Alright, command 10-4. You have a search in that occupancy?
Alright, let me go.
Negative. Alright, command 10-4.
Let me go over here and see it.
1-3 to command, 5-6. Search the cleaners earlier. They are negative. The cleaners.
I can show you a little bit of what's going on down there. Still a lot of smoke. I don't know how many lines they have operating, but there are a lot of them operating. And I didn't go anywhere else because I wanted to get this angle for you all. The only one that's not obstructed by heavy smoke, and you can see a lot of the fire. That building over there was complete obstruction, and across the street over there, no visible, no good angle to have visible
A lot of 4-6. A lot of 4-6 buckets.
fire.
A lot of 4-6 buckets. A lot of 4-6. Where we're still in the fire, going towards the 4 side. The opening is still the same. Alright, 10-4, Russ. I'm going to give you another 15 minutes and then I'll put you guys out. Ladder 4-6 bucket, 10-4.
That's them right there, ladder 4-6 bucket. They're gonna swap them out in 15 minutes. But it looks like the bulk of the fire is, like I said before, the left is in here, and it looks like a firewall stopped this fire from spreading down the street, which would have been another 7 to 10 stores. Right now it looks like there's 6 or 7 stores involved, and 6 or 7 that may have gotten saved by that firewall. I think it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, you can't see it, folks. You can't see it, folks. There's heavy, heavy fire in that pocket in there. So it's gonna burn for a long time before they get a good handle on it. I mean, they gotta get these other 2 tower ladders up. A lot of people say, why are the firemen standing around this and that? First of all, they gotta wait to be put into duty for rotation purposes. And second of all, right now, it's mostly tower ladder operations in some of the buildings. They got members searching that there's no fire. Oh, let me get this for you guys. The tower ladder's coming up. The members are in there. Here they come. 164 tower ladder and 62 engine is going to supply them. They're probably already connected. You'll hear on the radio when they give them water. But the other guys are knocking down still good pockets of fire. The drone is up there.
164, we're ready when you 10-4.
At this point, I may go down and just get some of the operations left down there. I don't know if that air conditioning and all that heavy equipment they had there fell down.
62 show for the 164 bucket. You guys ready for water?
There you go, just as I said.
10-4. 62 show for hiccup to water.
62 engine is going to give 164 water. They're going to start spraying right away. I'm going to go downstairs and see if there's anything, any fire visible down there through any of the stores. Good call for the second alarm was transmitted very early on from the 1075. They did the 1075, then they did the second alarm almost right away. And once they got power ladders up, they transmitted the third alarm so they could stay on top of it. There's the drone up there blinking. All right, let's see. They got another tower ladder in the center of your screen right there. coming up. I believe that's tower ladder 14. And there you hear them hitting.
Guy, one at resource. Yeah, 14's here in the corner, ready to go. 79's up here, they're maxed out the lines. Probably need another engine coming from the west side. 1231.
Okay, I see one tower,
46 engines supplying.
two tower ladder,
2 engines supplying 164.
two tower ladders in operation over there,
46, thank you.
and one here. And I believe 14 is,
Ladder 1, 4 engines, 46.
ladder 14 is getting connected.
46.
Okay, my phone battery is getting low, so I'm gonna go down and get
I gotta see where our rig is. I'm sure where our rig is.
a little bit of footage before it dies out. You guys seen a lot of fire up here.
Ladder 46 to 46 bucket. Ladder 46 bucket. Hey Russ, we're gonna shut you down. We're gonna bed it and we're gonna switch you out. Ladder 46 bucket, 10-4.
All right, I'm gonna go down. All right, guys, I came down here and to show you guys a little bit of what's going on the ground floor here. They're swapping out the tower ladders. They lowered 46 down so they could rotate the members, and they put 14 over here. I thought 14 was on the other side. So 14's over here. And I'm gonna walk down and see what they got over there. What tower ladder's over there? All right, so I'm gonna show you guys your EMS complement is here. And hold on, I gotta schmooze. Okay, sorry, I had to stop and schmooze. But anyway, I was showing you guys the EMS contingency is on this side. They're all on this side. And as far as the there's some more over here. As far as the tower ladders is concerned, there's 5 tower ladders in operation. 41, 33. 14 is not up yet. 46 and 164. So I had confused 33 for 14, but that was not it.
If we wanted to replace 164, we have to wait for another tower ladder to get in here before we can supply 14. Or we could supply 14 where they are, and they can be positioned. Stand by.
All right, I'm just gonna go
Damien, you got that up?
on the other side of the tower ladder and see if I can see anything. Well, they got a bulk of the fire out. I'm gonna get wet feet again. There they go. Okay, so, and I also want to show you guys where the where this fire got stopped by a firewall. Right here. That's where the firewall is, and that stopped the fire at the 231st Street cleaners. It didn't get into the florist shop, H&R Block, and all the other ones that go down the street.
And then reposition again.
There's Skylar Fire. It's his birthday. All right.
Wait, we need to get another tower ladder in behind him to replace him. We'll get him in there. Resource to ladder 38. Engine 46. Fire 1 time.
Let me show you the other stores. Had they not had a firewall there, it would have taken the rest of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more stores. I had said early on around 7 or 8, but on the other side where the fire did take everything, they got 1, 2, 3, I think 4 or 5 businesses. Let me see if I could go around the other side. Just to let you know, they've transmitted the fourth alarm. A fourth alarm has been transmitted for this taxpayer fire.
Mike.
How are you?
OB. You said you go on the phone. On the right side of the road near the cars. John, what's that like, man?
All right, they just asked for another tower ladder. They're gonna be swapping them out. They're getting a good handle on this fire now. There's nobody inside the businesses, but they're standing by, ready to go to operate. I can't get any communications on the borough radio.
The tower ladder is now going to be routed 580.
They got 5 tower ladders here. I got 15% battery on the phone, so I don't know how much more I'll be able to film. There's the let's see if I can get some of the.
Resource to 1-5 in the command shop.
How are you? How's it going? Nice to see you again.
Been here the whole time?
Alright, so I'm just checking that gets the images from the drone, and it shows where there's pockets of fire and stuff like that. That red thing over there is a pocket of fire.
Man. Yeah, Chief, just be advised, you have heavy smoke starting to push again from the barbershop, and the only visible fire is the 3-4 corner directly under the HVAC unit in the deli. It's starting to look like it's starting to move towards the two sides underneath that remaining roof there.
You might want to hang out. We got to reach backing out.
They got heavy smoke pushing from the barber shop.
That's cool.
I don't see it, but maybe in the back.
Engine 52 to Colorado 23. Yeah, with 164 back south, put your all the way down, and then 52 back in behind you guys. Alright, thanks for what you did. Whatever your preference. Doesn't really matter. There's plenty of room down here.
All right, the camera's a little bit blurry right now. I don't know if it's the smoke or whatever, but I'm trying to capture some images here for you. Let me reset it.
Great bucket. Great bucket. In 5 more minutes and then we'll swap you out. Great bucket, 10-4. Command out of 1-4.
All right, I'm gonna find
Command out of 1-4.
Skyler Fire. There he is. I see him in the distance. He's schmoozing with somebody.
1-4.
And it's not the camera, it's the smoke. Let me just show you guys. This is the multi-versal.
Yeah, Chief, just be advised that we have fire starting to pop up all the way across the roof, directly under where 41 truck is operating. And the roof is about to collapse in the rear. Alright, command 10-4. Yeah, it looks like it's all moving toward the two sides.
So you got the multi-versal, I think 2 multi-versals. Oh, they just shut that down. All right, they're moving that line there. So I'm gonna see what's wrong with this camera. It has to be the smoke.
Command to the 1-5 battalion.
Look at the devastation. I'm gonna go in the back here and see what some of these members are doing. They've been working a lot over here. Burning 23 tower ladder. I thought 164 was operating here. They moved them all around, so I don't know.
Richie, you need help? Negative, I'm back in the block now.
All right, they had some fire popping up. I missed it. It was popping up through the roof again. My battery died, so I had to go get my
7293.
charger pack. This thing.
Resource to battalion 17. You go to the command channel. 17.
So I don't know what's going on with the tower ladders. They're
Engine 72 to engine 93 chauffeur.
switching them around. They're in the process of getting this one set up. I'll show you
Yeah, we
guys.
need you to move your rig onto West 230 and release 79 engine. Command to Battalion 10. Battalion 10. I'm not sure if we could just make sure that the forest is still clear. I know we've been in and out throughout the night, but just make sure that it doesn't burn through. 10-4, I got 38 truck on back and pick them up. 10-4, thank you.
So they're connecting 23
7-2 to 9-3.
and getting the members up there.
9-3 chauffeur. Yeah, did you get that? I'm going to need you to release 79 engine on their hydrant on West 230. 10-4, making my way to West 230. Do you have a cross stage? Ladder 146 to chauffeur. Can you start water? Engine 72 to engine 93 chauffeur. It's going to be West 231 in front of the fire building. If you turn on to West 231, you'll see it. 79. Ladder 162 chauffeur to 14 bucket. You guys ready for water? Yeah, 10-4. 10-4, here comes your water.
Alright, here comes the water. Let me get out of the way of the line. It should be coming. There goes the water. It went right in. That was for 14, I believe. 23's line.
46 buckets, man.
23 line
5050 chauffeur.
doesn't have any water yet. Anyway, I went to get my battery pack. They had a little pocket of fire pop up in the center.
5050 chauffeur.
They knocked it quickly. They quickly knocked it down, and they're gonna continue with the surround and drown.
79 chauffeur, 79.
Let me go over here. You got members operating all around. You got members here. You got members on the other side down there operating the engine.
46 buckets, command. Command. Yeah, Chief, all visible fire in the deli, 3-4 corners knocked down. Support beam pulling up, the HVAC system twisted. Just let any units operating on the fourth side of the sidewalk let them know. you missed the last part of that message. The main support beam holding the HVAC unit from the center is tied into the parapet on the floor side, and that main support beam is twisting. Command 10-4, thank you. 4-3 to 7-9 Chauffeur. 7-9 Chauffeur. You can shut that out line. 10-4.
All right, I'm gonna go around the front. It's gonna be 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know.
Command 4-6 bucket.
But I do know
4-6 bucket.
that
Yeah, it looks like the bulk of the fire is now traveling towards the 2-3 corner. Yeah, 10-4. The only fire that we see is directly where 33 and 41 truck is operating in the rear. They have some equipment back there as well. There are support beams, but it's not had any repair bit of things. Alright, Central, all of that roof is still intact above it. Slightly, but it's starting to collapse right now. Command 10-4. Ladder 2. Feelings in that far? Stand by, Chief. Ladder 3 is the one up.
All right, they're starting to pack up hoses on some of the engines.
Down. We got all exposed.
They're starting to wind down this operation.
10-4. Alright, 10-4.
Let me go on the other side of the tower ladder to show you guys a little bit. They're spraying low, so I want to throw a little bit of footage before I start packing up and getting out of here. The wet feet are in very bad shape, and the fingers too are in very bad shape. There's the bucket, 14, doing it. They're spraying right into the Bunny Deli, Cold Cut City Bunny Deli. And I think I said this before, but a lot of people say, "Oh, how do they know whose hose is whose?" They're marked on the cufflings over there. All right, so here you see the tower ladder almost at ground level, and the multiversal. All right, they put 23 in operation, and 46 is still up, 14 is operating, 23 is operating, 33 is operating, and I don't know if the last one's over there. I see the bucket in the air, but I don't know if they're operating.
3 buckets of command. Hey, Chief, was ever operating that multiversal into the deli? If they drop it down a little bit, they're going to hit a lot of fire.
All right, so
We're talking about on the sidewalk level. 10-4. They're angled up. If they angle themselves down, they're going to hit a bunch of fire in the rear.
he's talking about that multiversal.
At the 1-4 corner sidewalk level, it's ladder 1-4's bucket. Can you confirm if you're talking about that stream or the multiversal that's operating into the barber shop to the 2 side of them? 3-3 to command. It's that barber shop. That's the multiversal I'm talking about. Command 10-4 received.
All right, so he's talking about the other one on the other side. Look at the devastation again, folks. Complete total loss. It looks like
4-3 to 4-3 chauffeur.
everything has collapsed inward. There are no words. So I'm gonna walk my way out. My car's the other way, but I'm gonna walk all the way down there and do a closing clip for you all. Look at all the water going in there. 1, 2, 3 streams.
Charlie 1-5, that's 7-2. Ladder 146, chauffeur. 7-2 to 1-5. 7-2 to 1-5.
Yeah, my eye can't die.
Oh, let me get
7-2 chauffeur, start water.
All right, I'm gonna poke around.
Ladder 146, chauffeur. 62-3 chauffeur. Yeah, 62 chauffeur. Can you shut down once more for a minute?
I'm gonna try to poke around here. All right, they got fire in there. I can see it. They're gonna try to hit it with that line. Heavy black smoke starting to try to push through there.
What's your location? Andy, we're in the tenement on good one. South 12. Sign 1-3. Can you resupply?
10-4. 60 shot for hiccup to water. Engine 7-2 to battalion 1-8.
Water resource engine 272.
The hydrant on Kingsbridge, on a 3044 Kingsbridge, and 50
Wet feet.
50 is on Kingsbridge, if we can get them to hook up to it.
I have 262 coming from station to that hydrant. They're already on their way from station.
Alright, 10-4, it's 3044 Kingsbridge.
That's why. When you see 262, just let them know. They're heading there now.
Alright, 10-4, Chief.
Charlie 15, engine 72, are they going to run that line up with Godwin?
Yeah, Chief, I'm going to have them make a right onto West 231, and then we could stretch it up the street that you're on where 23 is.
Oh, 10-4, you're coming from 231 though, you're not coming from south. Because 46 is here, they're getting water, but it's just running away. They're pulling in 20 per PSI.
Yeah, 10-4, it's easier for them to make the right on 231, Chief, and stretch up. So maybe we could switch 23 and 14 supply line.
Oh, 10-4, sounds great, thank you. We'll lighten that load at least for 46.
Alright, 10-4.
Command to Battalion 10. Battalion 10. So we're thinking of going possible holes and transferring the system off, but at least we just want to confirm that we're feeling we got the fire definitely contained to the original taxpayer. No extension. 10-4, Chief. I'll have 38 going again, but as a couple minutes ago, we were good to the original taxpayer. No extension of the floor. Alright, 10-4.
Alright, I believe they're going to transmit a fifth alarm. If I understood that correctly. probably mostly for relief purposes. All right, guys. They were supposed to transmit a 5th alarm. I don't know if they're gonna do it, or they may have done it. I don't know. Sometimes these radios get screwy, so we'll see. More than likely, for relief purposes, there's gonna be extended operations where they do the overhauling and wash down and blah blah blah. They still have fire in there, for sure.
Line 39. Call and set there as we're at the relay and the west answer. Call is out in front of the building. 10-4, we made contact. That's all. Okay, that's fine.
All right, Field Com is going to give a progress report. I don't know.
Boulevard, 201 Brooklyn Boulevard, responsible as an Olmsted Avenue. Hold on there, first floor, call and 7 times. This is what I decided. I'll send it over to the John. Prospect Avenue, Kelly Street. The fire. Multiple dwelling core in the basement.
That was another.
Boulevard, 261 at the 907 Avenue, St. John. The Prospect Avenue, Kelly Street. The fire, multiple dwelling cores in the basement.
Another fire coming in. Let's see. Well, let me continue here. They still got a lot of fire inside this building. I'm certain of it, and most likely down in the basement area, because the smoke dies down inside the cleaners, and then it picks up again. Of course, cleaners have a lot of chemicals and a lot of stuff. And that's where the bulk of the smoke is pushing right now. All right, guys, I just checked with somebody, and this cleaner situation here, they have a decent amount of fire still in the back. You can't see it from here, but it's popping out through the roof, and they're trying to get it out. I'm sure that it probably has something to do with chemicals and whatnot. They transmitted the 5th alarm, but I missed the transmission because I was schmoozing.
A large pocket of fire remaining is in the 2-3 corner. Those last 2 occupancies from the middle to the rear, that's our last remaining large body. Everything else looks like smoldering pockets. Yeah, 10-4, that's what we see up here as well. Has that 2-3 corner roof burned off yet, or is it still intact? Chief, repeat that. The 2-3 corner roof, has it burned off yet, or is it still intact? The street three-corner part of it is trapped, but the rest is still intact.
So that's where the fire is, right here. You can see on the tower ladder, you can see it glowing. The bottom of the tower ladder, the fire that's in there. You can see it glowing. You can see the glare on the tower ladder. You see the flames popping up right here? That's the fire that they got in the back there.
4-6 to book. We're going to shut you down. A lot of 4-6 to engine 4-8 chauffeur. 4-8 chauffeur. You can shut us down. 4-8 chauffeur, 10-4, shut down. Thank you.
Alright, I'm just keeping an eye on this fire inside this cleaners, and then well, yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on it for now. It's popping up through the roof.
Resource to battalion 1-5. Resource to battalion 4-5. Battalion 1-5. 1-5. Go to command channel.
He's showing the chief that they have pockets of fire in there. You see the smoke is coming out black and gray up there again. They have a lot of coals in there still intact, so it didn't burn in the front so much. Look at all that dark smoke in the center there. The tower ladders are hitting them. This tower ladder right here is hitting them, and that one there. They're working over there, so that doesn't flare up again. It's 6:45 in the morning. I have gotten no sleep. I'm probably going to be sleeping all day.
1-4 Buffalo, 1-4 Chauffeur. 1-4, show up in a 1-4. 1-4. Yeah, you want to keep the bucket up, or you want them to have them, you want to have them drop down to street level again?
Yeah, we should come down and store again.
Simple.
1-4, that means 6-2.
6-2, chauffeur.
Shut that down.
The sun is coming up.
Step. You stand fast down there,
Just to show you guys, there's pockets of fire now coming down in the nail and hair center. Right there. And a lot of the heavy black and gray smoke pushing throughout, just so you guys can see it.
Engine 5-0 is going to replace you at the Overhauling. Chauffeur, can you resupply? 6-2 chauffeur, 10-4.
They're trying to get that pocket out, so.
Chauffeur. Make sure you're tight to that format then. 3-1 Street, Kingsbridge. 10-4.
More fire starting to pop out.
We're pretty close to that rig. 5-0 nozzle. 5-0 nozzle. That should come on off 3-1 in Kingsbridge. Just bring it in. 5-0. Definitely. 5-0, come back. Resource to engine 262. Alright, 10-4, no problem. 4-5 chauffeur. Four five chauffeur. 4-5 chauffeur. And he goes to Kingsbridge and come down Kingsbridge, that's 231.
fire keeps popping out over there in the nail salon. They're bringing in another tower ladder.
Resource to engine 7-2 on the command channel. Engine 7-2. Yeah, hold off at engine 262 for now. 52 is supplying the multiversal in the area that they're worried about, so we're going to leave them to operate for a while. So just hold off on 262 coming in. Alright, 10-4 Chief, just be advised, at Kingsbridge and 231, I have engine 50, engine 306, and engine 262 available. Alright, 10-4, 50 should be replacing 48, so they'll be assigned, right? And you'll have two engines in reserve, 262 and 306. Yes, 50 is on the hydrant, that 48 is on there, so it's going to stand fast. That's good, because then I have two more engines over there. So 262 and 306 is all the plans for now. Alright, 10-4. Alright, stop. Turn to the right.
All right. Every time I try to get out of here, it's just something holding me back. Look at all the smoke pushing now. Medium dark gray to some black smoke. So they got pockets of fire still that they gotta go through. A lot of them. Especially right there in the center, going straight up. want to show you guys on the screen where the drone is picking up. Look at the pockets of fire in there. That's what they're trying to get out.
62 chauffeur to 1-4 bucket. How's that pressure?
You can see the tower ladder in the image.
Bucket. We're going to shut you down and reposition 41 truck. 41 to 72 chauffeur. Shut down 41, please. 10-4. Right over the cleaners. That's all.
Alright, just want to show you guys what's going on here. I was not aware of this, but all the media has descended upon this area. I must at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 news crews, and the fire is getting better, but there's still heavy pockets of fire back there in the cleaners and the nail and hair salon center, or whatever you want to call it, and they continue to work. I'm gonna go check on the car, and I'm gonna go schmooze a little bit. But look at the amount of smoke pouring out of there at this moment. This is hours and hours ago. The neighborhood is waking up. People are all upset all over the place. Just showing you how far they stretch lines and stuff like that at these fires. When they become this big, they stretch from all the way down there. They're starting to pack up 2 blocks about, and in either direction on the other side as well. So they stretch all the way down here. I don't know where that line's going, but they stretch that way, and they're starting to pick up some of the lines now that releasing some of the companies. The fire's still going on. They're still putting a lot of water on it. So I'll be back. Somebody almost ran over the hose there. People trying to get around and about, go to work and whatnot. They're packing up some of the lines. It looks like 50 is connecting over there, so I don't know. They might gonna be supplying one of the tower ladders.
One full bucket or one full chauffeur? Chauffeur. Yeah, we're gonna go take a look on the roof again. Are you making good penetration into the 2-3 corner? 10-4 team, it's deferred towards the front.
Okay guys, just letting you know what's going on here.
50 chauffeur.
We got here at 3:46. I just looked at the timestamp on my video and it's 7 something or the other or whatever. So, and they got a good handle on that pocket of fire. They got, at this particular point, 1, 2, 3, 4 tower ladders. I don't know if the 5th one was stopped from operating. I think they just moved the 5th one from here. So 3:46, 4:46, 5:46, 6:46. It's almost 7:30, 7:46. 4 hours at this fire. They're gonna do the press conference now. They're starting to come on now, so I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of. Sure.
Everyone good? All right, Chief, go ahead.
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Assistant Chief Tom Correo, CURRAO, 4th Alarm Chief for tonight. I'm joined by Chief Fdny from the EMS Operations Command, Chief Mia from EMS Operations Command, and our Citywide Tour Commander, Kevin Brennan. About 3:30 this morning, we received a phone alarm for fire at 228 West 231. Units upon arrival had a heavy fire condition, multiple stores. We originally tried an interior attack, got into a couple of the stores. We had a transition due to the volume and body of fire and its extension to an exterior attack. Right now we are operating with about, in civil alarm assignment, with about 44 pieces of apparatus, about 200 fire and EMS personnel. The fire is under an investigation right now. We don't have a determined cause right now. It'll be a prolonged operation due to the body of fire and being able to knock down some stubborn areas of fire extension. So I'll ask Chief Fdny, Chief Fdny to speak on any injuries. Hi, good morning. We get any additional injuries.
Repeat that message.
Be glad to take any questions that you have at this time.
Is there anything that's making this more stubborn and knocked down? Because we saw black smoke out of here about 30 minutes ago.
Yes, good question. So the reason a lot of these are so difficult is there are multiple ceilings in a lot of these stores and occupancies. Multiple ceilings have been put up over time. It takes a lot of time to try to get at the fire and knock it down. So no evacuation necessary. They were checked out. There was just some smoke. We had no problems with fire extension into that building. So we're good to go on that multiple dwelling. How many stores we have altogether? 5 stores. Looks like we have 5 stores altogether that were impacted. Heavy fire damage, unfortunately.
If you'd be able to pinpoint exactly which part of the deli where it started or anything like that.
I think that's still going to have to be extensive investigation to actually determine the actual origin and then, try to determine the cause of the fire.
Chief, can you tell us what's going on inside the police? We've got a helicopter up there, and they're telling us that it looks like it's concentrated on everywhere over there. Are there toxic chemicals in there? Can you tell us what's going on with that?
Right, that's an area that I had mentioned before with the multiple ceilings. We had to readjust some of our tower ladders and our water attack, just the stubborn area of fire extension. It's going to be a while until we can actually suppress all that fire that's back there.
Can you talk to the chemical question? Do you know what's going on inside there and what kind of chemicals it might be?
So I really don't know anything about the chemicals that might be involved there. It could be, we just don't know. We just know we have a heavy fire condition right now. So in that particular area, we made remarkable headway all around that. So it was a lot of fire that extended. Where did they have an issue? Okay. Yeah, it appears that deli area was that area where the heaviest fire was discovered upon the unit's arrival. But again, further investigation will have to be done by Bureau of Fire Investigation or fire marshal.
Last question. One civilian injury. Where was that civilian?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
I heard one civilian injury. Is that what he said?
My understanding is that was a gentleman that was from the rear multiple dwelling, and I believe that was
Hi.
That's okay. So there was one victim. It was minor. There was within the multiple dwelling.
Sorry we can't hear everything, but they're gonna wind it down now.
We don't have any indications of that right now, but that would really only be determined by a full investigation.
All right, thank you, Chief.
All right, they're winding down. I'm gonna pan over to this side here. I had no idea how many news crews showed up to this. Like I counted about 12. I'm gonna go do a last.
Can you just clarify about the multiple dwelling in the rear? Clarify on that.
To close the video so we could get out of here finally. I'm gonna show you guys the devastation because I'm not gonna do another day after video. Just doing a quick clip from this end. We're gonna finally be taking up from here. Okay, guys, I gotta get some grub. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get some grub, guys. I gotta get out of here. Godwin Terrace, West 231st Street. Somebody, Lozer's deli place. Fifth alarm fire in a Taxpayer, which is a row of stores under a common roof. Out of 15 stores or 12 stores, 5 of them burned down. A firewall kept the fire from spreading to the other 6. Total loss, total damage, collapse throughout. 4.5 hours probably duration so far. A lot of the units are starting to pack up. Everything is clearing up. The neighborhood is up. People are going to work and school, and they cannot believe their eyes. A sad loss for the community. Supposedly, they think that it may have started in the deli, which is rather large deli bodega. They're usually not that big, but anyways, as you see, most of the smoke is gone. They have a light haze, so that means all the fires probably completely knocked out. They're gonna do overhauling and wash down. So with that said, really this time we're taking up 2 and 2. We're gonna see you on the other side.
7K. Stand by to 10-4-0746, please. Division 7, 10-4, you're under control time, 07-48 hours. Final incident duration, 4 hours, 18 minutes. 700,
748, Bronx, fifth alarm box. 3735 is now under control. Repeating, Bronx, fifth alarm box. 3735 is now under control.